Okay, welcome again to our reading of the Greek New Testament. I'm reading the Epistle to the Hebrews and finishing off chapter 9, and I got up to verse 23. Ananke un tamen hyperdagmata ton entois uranois tutois katharisdesthai alta de ta ep urania kretos enthusias paratautas. Now always keep your eye out for the men and de. We don't always get that so nicely in biblical Greek, but this writer does use it and it's very helpful. Therefore, it was necessary for, on the one hand, the hyperdagmata. These are the copies or examples or exemplars of the things in these heavens to be cleansed. So it was necessary for the copies of the things in the heavenly places to be cleansed. So he's referring here back to the earlier section about the various cleansings used by the priests when they're making offerings. And now we get the de, but for the heavenly things themselves, understand to be cleansed. We're going to take that with both clauses, I think. To be cleansed with better sacrifices. This is the dative plural from kraton or krason, and is the other spelling of this. It's the comparative from agathos. So krason, better sacrifices, paratautas, well, compared to these, or we might say just than these. So the verse then means, so therefore it was necessary for the copies of the things in the heavenly places to be, in these heavenly places, to be cleansed, and for the heavenly things themselves to be cleansed with better sacrifices than those, that is, than the earthly ones. Uga eis kairopoieta es elthein hagia Christos, and titupa ton eleithinon, al esauton ton uranon nun emphanistheni to prosopu to theou huper humon. So the subject here is Christ. Now going back, did not enter into holy places, and then we had kera poieta. We had that before, made by hands. So Christ did not enter into holy places made by hands, and titupa as a, well, something like a prefigurement or prefiguration of the true ones. So as a copy of the true ones, or something which prefigures the true ones, but into heaven itself. Nun, and now, this is a aorist infinitive passive here, and is now to be visible, to be made visible to the face of God, huper hemon, on our behalf. Ud hina polakis prosfere hiauton hospe ho akierus es erkatai es tahagia kat eniauton en haimati alotrio. Epe ede auton polakis pathein apokataboles cosmu. Noni de hapax epi suntelea ton ionon es athetesin tes hamatias diates thusias autu pephanerotai. Nor in order that prosfere, subjunctive, he might offer himself, polakis, many times, hosper, just as the high priest or the chief priest enters into the holy places, eniauton, year by year, or perhaps each year, with, now slightly awkward expression here, literally it's, so take en meaning with blood which is foreign. That is, with blood which is not his own, because it's the blood of bulls and calves and things. So he didn't do that, and then we get this epe. So it's sort of, since if he had, then ede, imperfect from day, it was necessary. We would say in English it would have been necessary, but the Greek just says it was necessary for him, oftentimes pathein, aorist infinitive from pasco, to suffer, apokataboles cosmu, from the laying down of the cosmos, of the world, perhaps from the foundation of the world. So slightly odd expression here. So he didn't do this in order that he might offer himself many times, just as the priest enters into the holy place every year with blood not his own, since it's sort of perhaps otherwise we might take for the epe. So otherwise it would have been necessary for him oftentimes to suffer from the foundations of the earth. So to many times to have suffered from the foundation of the earth. Nunide, but now, this is that strong nun plus the iota, which is an old deictic ending. It's very stressful. You sort of almost point your fingers when you're saying this one. So, but now, hapax, once and for all. Now, the main verb is here. He has been made manifest. So you object a bit first. So, but now, once and for all, at the sunteleia, the completion of the ages, he has appeared. He has been caused to appear. He has appeared here. It's a perfect. It is a perfect passive here, but it could be just used in the middle. So he has appeared for the athetesis. Now this is a third declension abstract feminine noun, athetesis, and it's formed from alpha privative. The thet here is from tithemi. It's the putting away of. We get the word athetize in English when you remove a verse or remove a chapter from a book. It's said to be athetized. You take it away. So he has appeared for the removal of sin through his sacrifice. Kai kath hoson apokatai tois anthropois hapax apothenein metadetuta krisis hutos kai Christos hapax pros enenkthes es topolon an enenkkain hamatias ek deuterochoris hamatias ophthesatai tois auton apek decominois esoterian. Another long sentence. So he's done all that. And kath hosin, inasmuch as apokatai, I think this is impersonal here. It is laid down. So it is given. It is laid down for men, hapax, to die once, metadetuta krisos, and after this judgment, hutos kai, thus also the Messiah, pros enektes, this is the aorist passive participle from prosphero, having been offered once. Now we get ace top plus the infinitive, so as to anaphero, to bear, perhaps bear upon himself the sins of many. So just as all that happened, ek deuteru, and then the main verb here is ophthesatai. He will be seen, ek deuteru is idiomatic, a second time. So he will be seen a second time, choris hamatias, well, literally apart from sin, so not in regard to sin, but in regard to salvation for, this is from sun ek decamai, the ones awaiting him, for those who are awaiting him. So we get a passive participle. Well, it's sun ek, it's apo ek and decamai. Decamai is to wait for, so for the ones waiting for him. So that last bit's slightly complicated there. So just as it's laid down for men to die once, and after this judgment, thus also the Messiah, having been offered once with regard to the bearing of the sins of many, he will be seen a second time apart from sin, resulting in salvation for the ones awaiting for him. And that's the end of chapter 9.